Morning everyone. Another yard in trouble. So what we got going on here, you can see this is a newly constructed house. And what contractors do best, they don't think about the yard, all they think about is getting the job done. The yard is the last part. They take the basement and they pull all that dirt that's deep down in the ground right to the top. They spread it all over and that's what becomes a yard. Well, that's what's happened here. He's got soil that's got a very low pH, very low phosphorus, somewhat low potassium, very low calcium. The CEC is very low as well. And he's been trying for 3 years to get grass on it. And he finally decided, he's gonna get somebody in here, so he called me in to do it. So yesterday afternoon, we ran the aerator over it. We seeded it. You can see all the little bitty dimples right here from the seeder. You can see all the seed right here. That'll wash in these little holes, give it better germination. We put down 25 pounds to the 1,000 of Earthworks 343 chicken litter based fertilizer to give it some organics. Chunked 15 pounds to 1,000 of Solucal to it. And he's already agreed that he's going to do the compost. Once this comes up, we're going to compost this yard and start throwing organics to it because it needs organics bad. One of the questions I get is, well, you got this big machinery, how do you get up against this edge in here? Because like I've told you, I don't believe in non-positive contact germination. It's got to get into the dirt. Well, you can see right here, I've come right up to the edge and you can see the soil is nice and fluffed up and the seeds mixed into the soil. You're gonna laugh at this. There you go. That's how it's done. That little tool right there is all you need. You can get up there and you can aerate that soil. Does little damage to the existing grass, just like my big cedar. Even this over here where it was hard packed. We can't mix that grass into that soil. That's what you want, folks. If we walk over here, we've got a little island right here. You can see again my big cedar on it. Try to warm up because I gotta move this pile of dirt here in a little bit. He's got a spot over here that's got to be leveled. We're gonna level all that nasty little spot right there and make it easier to mow. But look how well that little tiller agitated this way. I couldn't get that machine right there in here. Look at that. And as you can see, there's very little seed left on top of the ground. That's what you want. That's how you do it. So for those of you that want to try and do it yourself, there's ways you can do it. You don't have to just have the big machinery. Now, yeah, it's going to take you a while, but if you got a little small spot, I mean, look at all this right here. This is what I was telling you about how bad the soil is. Look at all this shale and rock they brought up. But back to what I was saying, if you got a little small spot, you can buy you a little Troy Mantis, or this is the steel, and accomplish close to the same thing that you can with the big machines. I mean, this is my go-to tool when I get through with my jobs. All these trees and stuff where I couldn't get up against it, all this edging here, all that around the house where I can't get up against safely with the machine, I throw the seed down and I'm gonna mix it in with that. And then that makes all those areas come up just as good as what the cedar does. So anyway, hope that kind of gives you some idea of how we roll around here with Windy Knoll and how I try and get the grass to come up a little bit better. I'm gonna be taking some pictures, maybe some videos in the next few weeks of this yard, because this is gonna be a challenge. The guy knows that. He knows that we're gonna have to do a lot of work over the next few years. This is not gonna be a 1 year bam, I'm in here and done. It's gonna be a little while to get this yard straight. So be interesting to see how, with this earthworks and the compost and everything, how we're going to turn this yard around. Stay tuned.